Someone's here saying, please protect me and Eva and Joy and our friends, pets, and anyone else eavesdropping like Satan. May he not find out. Thanks. Okay, girls, if this gets here on time on YouTube and Internet Archive, I want this to be done at 12 a.m. my time, starting soon and ending at 4 p.m. my time tomorrow afternoon. Okay, this is part 3 of the final nail in the coffin. Okay. But I'm going to do a Tales from the Crypt one, okay, for cloning centers. I also want you to hit Satan and his principality power pimps and all evil forces that are from Satan's kingdom of darkness. I want you to pop these creeps so hard they won't interfere. I want Satan out of it too, because he's too dang stubborn to realize. And you hit him hard. You got to fight that crap, girls. Alright? Now, but this creep is messing with you. I'll pray for you, but hold on one second. Runs the scissors, sunny star, sunny star, sunny star, sunny star. Potter snap, potter snap, potter snap, potter snap. Sorry, ma'am. Potter snap, potter. I have to do it because I don't trust these people. Potter snap, potter snap, potter snap, potter snap, potter snap. Shiver me turns to 1,000, shiver me turns to 1,000. And runs the scissors, runs the scissors, runs the scissors, runs the scissors, sunny star, sunny star, sunny star. Runs the scissors, runs the scissors, sunny star, sunny star. Foxy Diva. Okay, girls, I need to tell you this right now before it's 12 a.m., madams. So I'm saying this. Thanks. I want you to have Eric. Apparently, George Floyd's killer cop came out of prison, out of bail. So I don't want him. I want him to get something that he gave George Floyd. Okay. Derek Cow, Chauvin. If that's what it is, Derek is gonna die. He's the one that was the police officer that gave George Floyd a big beating for his life. So nice. All right, I want you to have Mr. Derek Chauvin be at the gas station, and Mrs. So-and-so, Angelique lookalike, looking sexy, having long blonde hair, having those cool sunglasses that she has in the movie Dark Shadows, going in, putting gas in her red Corvette, and she's smiling at and waving at Mr. Derek, and Derek is like waving back, and then when he's not paying attention, someone actually runs by him, and it's a person that looks like Barnabas from but with the modern day clothes, like a heavy metal shirt of Slipknot with a pentagram shirt, making up him, and then he has jeans too, looks like a heavy metal guy, and yeah. He has chains on his leather jacket, chains on his pants, chain wallet, and chain falling down on him. This Barnabas lookalike from Dark Shadows, kind of a Johnny Depp version of one, and yeah. Anyway, this is what's going to happen. This man, the Barnabas lookalike, lights a match because he's smoking a cigar, or cigarette. How about a cigarette, ma'am? Cigarette Marlboro. Throws a Marlboro pack. Throws the matchstick on accident on Mr. Derek Chauvin's thing. So now Mr. Derek Chauvin is going to get himself on fire because of the gas, and the gas won't start pumping out. So he ends up burning to death, and then the Barnabas lookalike has a Trans Am that's hecka fast and just runs him over fast, not seeing him coming. Derek doesn't see this guy coming. It's a psycho coming and running over Derek. Now that's the end of Derek, okay? Now no more Derek. Now Roman Polanski, I know, and that's why it's called the final nail in the coffin, because I don't trust any of, I'm sorry ma'am, I don't trust you or your sister or these people controlling you, or Satan, especially Satan, that little Nosferatu. Speaking of Nosferatu, he freaking probably will look like him. Actually he does when he doesn't want to make himself look pretty. But anyway, here it is. Kill Roman Polanski and his clones. Heart attack, brain hemorrhage, blow his brains out. Okay, Sigourney Weaver needs to die of a heart attack and a hemorrhage again, her clones. I want Roman Polanski, Sigourney Weaver, all of them to die of heart attacks and hemorrhages again, Burn them to death, even all their clones. DNA and plasma. No, it's okay. I want Marley Jobert dead of a heart attack. I'm sorry for saying that, man. And I don't think, and I think she might be. Okay. Kill all of Marley Jobert, your mom's clones, DNA, plasma. Destroy anything of that lady's remains. Destroy it. Destroy it. I don't want it around. Even destroy the body if you're okay with that. Make sure no remnants of your mom is around. No more blood dripping. Nothing of her at all. She needs to be incinerated. Even her clones, DNA and blood, plasma. Marina Brovich, make sure she's dead. Make sure she gets a heart attack and a red hemorrhage and burned to death as well. Make sure you get rid of her clones, her DNA and plasma too, Marina's. Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker is going to die on the toilet. Chris Tucker's just going to die on the toilet. Yeah, nothing much. Ice Cube is going to meet up with you, Angelique Bouchard lookalike. And Ice Cube is like wherever he's at. And then you meet up with him and you're kind of like liking his groove. So I like rap music, Mr. Ice Cube or just Cube. And you kind of make a funny, smart remark with him. And I think he might be going to jail. He is? Okay, fine. And then all of a sudden you say to him, "Oh, okay, hi, Mr. Cube. I always liked that Nothing But a G thing. That's really Natural Born Killers. That's a real cool song." You tell him, because you look like Angelique Bouchard, and he's probably going to tell you, "You look like that lady from Dark Shadows." And you say, "Oh yeah, you know what? I don't know. I must be a clone." And she might make her start laughing to mock one of you. Oh, and you shake her hand. You shake his hand. "Oh, my name is Gabrielle. Gabrielle. Alzine." Yeah, just say that. And I'm actually a record producer. I was wondering, can you ever be on my record label? It's kind of like 9-Inch Nails, Nothing Records, Interscope. I work for Interscope. You get to work for Interscope. So wondering if you want to meet up and talk sometime. And you say, and if he says sure, it's okay. So you give her his card. You give him your card, and it says Gabrielle Alzine, and you go take him out to coffee, and you talk to him in LA for a little bit about what music is he looking for, what sound is he looking for, because you're just a record executive just trying to seek out new talent. You're a talent scout in a way, but you actually are an executive and you produce music too yourself. And if he asks you what kind of music you do, I say I do a lot of industrial. I'm kind of a gothic girl. You tell him. Kind of go in the clubs. Susie and the Banshees, usually my favorite band. I like Depeche Mode. I like. Well, don't get offended, sir. I like bands like Korn and don't get offended. I don't like him, but some songs, I don't know. Sometimes Beautiful People, I don't know, but I like Marilyn Manson sometimes. But sometimes I feel like that man's just gonna drop dead one day because he just prances around, acting like an antichrist. But anyway, you can move on with that one. And then you tell him that. And anyway, he says, "Okay." You say to him, "Okay, Mr. Cuba, I just wanted to just let you know. Okay, I'm gonna get. You got my card. We're having coffee now. I'm gonna tell you something, sir. Are you still with NWA?" And he says, "Yeah." And if he says, "Yeah," he says, or if he says no, so I was wondering. I'm actually, and you tell him, I'm actually a police officer, undercover. I'm gonna have to arrest you, sir. I got a warrant for your arrest. You actually are a suspect to a lot of Dr. Dre's and a lot of Eminem's schemes to do pedophilia, embezzlement, and also murder. You were actually a accessory to murder when it came to Snoop Dogg and Tupac and the whole thing going on over there. You were actually a suspect when Suge Knight was with him that night in the car. You actually made the shot call to kill Mr. Tupac. So you're in trouble, sir. I'm going to arrest you now, and you take him away. You were actually supposed to be in that thing with Snoop Dogg, or being questioned, and you weren't. Suge Knight took however year because he was with Tupac, but it was you that actually made the blood sacrifice take. I'm aware of that stuff, man, sir. I'm actually an anthropologist on the side. So you take him in, and you have a look-alike Dr. Dre and a look-alike Snoop Dogg take him in, and they throw him in prison for life. Now, Dr. Dre, I just want you to kill him. He's not real no more, what it says. I just want you to kill that guy and his clones, DNA and plasma. Just kill him, burn on fire, burn the living with the clone on fire. When he's make the stove, burn his house down and burn him and kill him and then kill all his clones in the cloning center, burn the DNA and plasma of this man. No more Mr. Dr. Dre. Now Snoop Dogg's gonna go to jail. Okay, Snoop Dogg's gonna go to jail for whatever reason. Ma'am, I want you to meet up with Mr. Snoop Dogg. Apparently, Mr. Snoop Dogg, I will just get to the story, and then God will probably tell me what the situation is right now spiritually. Okay, you're going to go as Angelique Bouchard again, but this time he's going to be like, okay, he's going to say, who are you probably? Wherever he is in LA, wherever he is, just find him at whatever in the morning or afternoon, because this ends at 4 p.m. my time tomorrow afternoon. You're going to tell him, okay, hi, Mr. Snoop Dogg, or just Dogg, or what's your real name? And then you tell your real name. Okay, let me tell you my name, Mr. Dogg, or whatever his name you're going to say when he tells you his real name. Okay, hey, Mr. I wanted to ask you a question. I'm actually a lawyer, an attorney, and you look like Angelique Bouchard from the movie with the coat and everything, and you take your coat off because I'm a little hot in here, Mr. Dogg. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna take my coat off. I'm gonna have to sit down. Do you have a place we could go, sir? And then you go to his house. Okay. I just want to know. Your song "Murder Was the Case." Was that something that you did? I don't want to ask you too many personal questions. Reason why is because I would like to defend you by any means necessary to be your attorney, because I do strongly believe that you are still in trouble with a lot of things with the Tupac murder, the conspiracy of that sort of thing. I was wondering, sir, that if there's anything that you need to do, because I do strongly believe, and I know this, and I'm just a little old angel just telling you this because I work for God, actually. You can tell him. Tell him you work for God, which you do, because, and the thing is, you tell him, okay, I want to defend you, but the thing is that, are you willing to give yourself up give your life to Jesus Christ? I'm going to give you a chance right now, because the person I work for, may I say this, Father? I work for a man by the name of Joshua Perez, but he works for a higher up boss, and his name's Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ tells him what to do, he tells me what to do, and I just work for him. I'm just doing a good thing for my friend, but he's also a servant of Christ. So Christ wants him to do this, to tell you this. So I want you to know that, hey, he prays for a lot of rappers too, Mr. Joshua. So the thing is that you tell him that, and he says, you look like a nice guy, Mr. Dogg. I just want to give you another chance, and I do believe Jesus Christ will give me a chance. Is there anything you want to confess to me that you might have been maybe so having some hellish things that you're harboring you want to confess and or repent for? If not, then I have to take you in, because I am a lawyer and also a police officer as well on the side. I have things on you. I could put you in that way for a long time. And this is supernatural stuff, Mr. Dogg. This is not any jurisdiction or anything. This is supernatural stuff. I'm actually an angel. I said, and put you away for a long time if you don't confess to me about anything about Tupac. And if you invest in me, I won't tell nobody. And if you repent of your sins in front of me through Jesus Christ, I'm just going to walk away somewhere. And if he doesn't say anything, you just have some cops come and just take him, and he goes to prison for like life. you really murder was the case. And that's it, ma'am. Okay, now here's another one really quick, because he really does seem like a nice guy. Anyway, here's gonna be, you're not involved, ma'am. How come? Oh, okay. How about this? Snooky's gonna get, but you're gonna have her have a visit by, okay. You're gonna knock on her door. Snooky, as in Nicole from Jersey Shore. Snooky from Jersey Shore, Nicole. She's gonna get a knock on the door by you late at night, early in the morning, or whatever hour in the afternoon, 4 p.m. my time. She's gonna be like, okay, who is it? And it's like, oh, okay. Hi, Mrs. Nicole, or whatever your last name is. May I ask for your last name? And she says, oh, it's so and so, whatever her name is. And then she goes like that. Anyway, you're gonna dress up like Angelique Bouchard. In your shirt, you might recognize that look of yours. So your fake look of your doppelganger self. And she's gonna say, "Oh, my name." You're gonna say, "I'm actually a contractor to the Illuminati." You're gonna say, and she's gonna probably think this is silly. And I said, and you're gonna tell her, "No, it's not silly. I actually work for them. I actually work late nights." Trying to get people to understand that Satan's cool and stuff like that. And Lucifer's rocks and he gives us what we want. So anyway, blood sacrifices and all that stuff. You're going to tell her. And she's going to say, what are you talking about? She says that. Because I don't know how she is, but and you're going to tell her, okay, Mrs. Nicole, or whatever her last name you tell her. May I go in your house? I'm a vampire. I'm not a vampire, sweet honey. Darling, dear, you can say like that. Can I come in your house? And she's like, say, if she says yeah, if she says no, okay. And then if she, and I got a feeling she's gonna be rude to you. And if she's, and I think she is. I think my Lord's telling me, if she slams the door on you, guess what? You're in the house anyway. You're behind her. You might freak her out, and that's the whole point of it. And she said, "What?" And you as Angelique Bouchard says, "Why'd you do that? You know, I wanted to tell you about your contract with the Illuminati. I'm not human at this moment. I don't know what to say that. Okay, and he says, "As I'm not a vampire, sweetie. You have to invite me in order to allow me into your house." I said, "Well, I'm in your house now, so." I just want to tell you that your contract with those Satanists is over. They actually want you to renew it because they think that you're not too satanic enough for them, and they're thinking about taking this mansion you're in and your children away and things like that. And she says, why? It's because they just don't like what you're doing. You're not doing any raunchy things no more. And she says, why? And then she tells you to get out. And you say, okay, by the way, and you shake her hand, and she probably doesn't want to shake your hand because of what your spirit just did. I said, okay, if you don't want to shake my hand, ma'am, I'm gonna just tell you. My name is Stephanie Della Pena. That's actually my you can say it's. That's actually my great-grandma's name. You can say that, but that's actually my great-grandma's name actually too, but you don't say that, but I'm saying that. But anyway, you say Stephanie Della Pena is your name. But anyway, you tell her, and then you sit down with her and you talk to her, but she might tell you to get the heck out of the house because that freaked her out. So you're going to tell her, okay, ma'am, you know what, if you don't want to tell me anything, are you willing to, besides having contact with Lucifer's people and the Illuminati? And she says, yes, leave her alone and just split and say, ta-ta, that's all I want to know. I said, if you want to, and I just hope you seek Jesus Christ or something like that, you tell her when you leave. But if she says no, I said, okay, ma'am, well, guess what? Satan doesn't want you. I'm afraid that I'm going to have to take your soul. He says, what? And he says, I'm going to take your soul away from you. And you actually punch her hard in her chest and you take her heart out. And she's dead. Snooky's dead. And that's it. And this disappears. You go to the next place. And this stuff, I want this to happen to everyone. I want the whole Jersey Shore cast to get the same thing in their house. Except, I want you to leave out Vinny, JWoww, and Dina and Sam. Dina and Sam have nothing to do with this. Leave Dina out, Sam out, Vinny out, and JWoww out. Only Snooki Nicole and some other girl, I forgot her name, she gets it. JWoww, Vinny, and Dina. Leave JWoww out of it, leave Vinny out of it, leave Dina out of it, leave Sam out of it. Just go after Ronnie. Yeah, just go after Ronnie with this. Just go after Ronnie with this same way and everything like that. And that's it. The remaining of the cast of Jersey Shore, and that's it. Okay, what am I going to do? Yeah, that's it of this one. I'm going to go do a part 2, okay? Or part 4.